Hello y'all, this is Jamie, Loveandlightj. Are you ready to live in your authentic truth in 2024? Are you ready? Are you really ready? Let's talk about it. Follow your heart, it knows the way. Follow your heart, it knows the way. New Year, happy whatever. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to our channel. It's 2024, January. If you are watching this video at any other time, just know that it is meant for you to see this video at the very exact time that you're seeing it. It is by divine order that you have found this video, and it is time for you to live in your authentic truth. I am so thankful and so grateful for all of you for subscribing to my channel. We're gonna rock it out this year, and we're gonna start by talking about living in your authentic truth. This was one of the hardest lessons that I have had to actually walk through in my life. It was not pretty. I was not happy all the time, but I got through it, and so can you too. So what does living in your truth even mean? Like, what does that even look like? What does that even sound like, smell like, taste like, feel like? Like, what is it? For me, living in my authentic truth was making decisions based on how I felt, using my own discernment to decide whether or not something was good for me or not. Living in my authentic truth was being able to say no without explaining myself. Living my authentic truth was acknowledging when I didn't feel so well, acknowledging when I was sad, when I was mad, when I was angry, when I was happy, when I was joyful, and tapping into what my emotions was and allowing myself to feel them however it was, and not suppressing them or trying to be too strong or not cry or be this superhero. Like, living in my authentic truth meant that I didn't have to do any of that anymore. Living in my authentic truth meant me speaking my mind. Living in my authentic truth was me tapping into another level of manifestation and so many other things, but those are the highlights. So what is living in your authentic truth to you? What areas of your life do you need help with in this area? Is it saying no to friends and family? Is it speaking up for yourself in your current career? Is it shining and being your most amazing self, even though the people around you aren't being their amazing self? Are you dimming your light to fit in with other people? Like, what is living in your authentic truth to you? So here are two, maybe three tips that I'm going to give to you. Number one, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to live an authentic life. It is a hard decision. Well, let me say this. It's an easy decision, but it can be hard to really walk it out and work it through. It can take a lot of practice for you to learn how to say no and not explain yourself. Like, y'all, I can remember the times where I would get invited to things and I really just didn't want to go. I really just did not want to go. You ever been there? And excuse me, I would start to think, oh my gosh, if I tell them no, they're going to think I'm not being a good friend or I'm not being supportive. I guess I'll go. Like, just driving myself crazy thinking about what other people going to think about me not showing up for them, when that just was not my truth. It just, in some instances, it's not something that I really wanted to do. So if that is you, you have to practice. It may take you twice. It may take you 5 times. It may take you 10 times. But you have to make a decision that you are going to live in your unapologetic truth. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Actually, I have found that people have appreciated me more by saying no than coming up with excuses or, giving some BS reason why I couldn't show up or be there. People appreciate you just saying, you know what, Jamie, I can't make it this Friday, but thank you for inviting me. I'll catch you next time, and keep it moving. Like, people appreciate that more than all of the excuses. I know that I do. Number 2, if you really want to live in your authentic truth, you got to stop being afraid to fail. Oh my gosh. Okay, as the former queen of perfectionism, I have had to let go of trying to be perfect, of trying to have everything be right, look right, sound right all the time. That level of perfection just does not exist. It does not exist. You have to do it afraid. You have to make some mistakes. You have to fail. You have to go through those things, and just know that when you're going through those things, you're actually growing through those things at the same time. Failure is nothing more than an opportunity for you to grow, okay? And so many things that I feel like I failed at that have only made me better, okay? These videos, for example, if you go back and look at my videos on this channel 2 years, they were horrible. Horrible. And I'm getting better and better with time. So if you're trying to start a vlog, a blog, a podcast, if you're trying to start a new business this year, stop being afraid to fail. Stop trying to have everything absolutely 100% perfect before you take that first step out the door. It's okay for you to start with where you are. My third, maybe final tip is get around positive people. Let me say it again. Hold on, y'all. Come close. Come close. Come close. Come close. Get around positive people. Get around people that are either at your level or higher. Get around people that are doing what you want to do. Get around people that are happy, that are confident, that are successful. Because when you get around those people, you won't be afraid to share your failures. You won't be afraid to share your successes, because guess what? They know exactly how it feels to be they know exactly how it feels to be where you're trying to grow or go. If you get around some people that have failed countless times and they are still pursuing their dreams, those are the people you want to be around. Those are the people that you want to share with. You cannot share your life with people who aren't doing or aren't on the same path as you. You just can't. That's where you get jealousy. That's where you get resentment. That's where you get no confirmation. They won't celebrate you on those levels. You have to get with people that are already where you are, or you are on the same level or above. And I know that that's a hard truth, but living in your truth, you can't live in your truth around people who are not happy with their life, that are not happy with where they are, who secretly want to be where you are. You can't celebrate how you want to celebrate. You can't talk about the things you want to talk about with those people. It's no judgment to them. They're just not on the same level that you're on now. And you need to accept that. Part of living in your truth is accepting that there are going to be people in your life in different phases and stages. You have some people that you cannot share with. You have some people that you can. You have some people that you need to sit down, shut up, and take notes when you're in the room with them. There are different levels of people in your life. And if there's not, there should be. But that's a whole nother video. So I love this topic because, like I said at the beginning, I used to be a serial people pleaser, always thinking about other people and how it's going to affect other people. And when I tell you, when you get on this side of not giving a fuck about other people and what they think or what they got to say or what they want you to do, honey, there are no limits to the possibilities in your life. So I wish you the very best. Some channel reset here. So I started this channel just talking about personal development, and I will continue to talk about personal development but I use a lot of words interchangeably. I think I had my audience in mind were those of you that were kind of on the church side, religious side, but then you're stepping into the more science, metaphysics, law of attraction, law of assumption. And so I was trying to blend those two worlds. And part of me living in my authentic truth this year, I'm going to be doing less and less of that. Okay, so I'm going to start catering more to the people that I feel called to serve now, which are those that are starting businesses, those that are on like level 2 of law of attraction and manifesting, level 3 really of manifesting. So we're going to be talking about a lot more. Let me say this. I'm tired of working with people that's just watching. You just watching me every week. You watching other people's stories. You watching other people's posts. And you're watching what they do, watching what they say. And you are never actually implementing or practicing anything that you are watching. And so I'm just over that, and I'm ready to work with the doers. I'm ready to work and teach the people that are ready to implement and really change and see a difference in their life. Because what I teach on this channel, it works. Like, my life is a living example of it works. If you apply, it works. And so I'm going to cater and be more attentive to those individuals. So if that is you, make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Email me. And as I always say, every single week, I love y'all. Peace.